Happy New Year! This is Stormy Cloud 21. Welcome to 2023, and this is going to be the first review of 2023. Today we have here the amazing beasts of the Mesozoic, and we are going to look at Psittacosaurus, mongoliensis, and Dromaeosaurus, albertensis. This dinosaur has amazing packaging art. I do have the larger version of this and I love it very much, so it was a no-brainer to get the small one as well. Here is the back of the packaging. Here's some information on that figure. It is A2 in the collection, right there. Here is that UPC, Beast of the Mesozoic. Very cool creature indeed. And we're also gonna look at this one, which is the Dromaeosaurus albertensis, a raptor. And you can see there in that snowy environment with all those feathers. Very cool indeed. More information on this creature as well. The rest of the collection of these so far. And here is that UPC as well. So I say we're gonna open these one at a time. We're gonna go with this one first, and then we're gonna look at this one. So here we go. So opening this up, I've already pre-done the tape as I did with the other ones before it. I slightly go like this and I slide this out. Oh, gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful artwork. And oh man, wow. And so I'm going to keep this in this condition as long as I live. I love the green stripe, by the way. Here is where you could cut this out, but why would you want to do that and mess up the rest of the packaging? Just leave it like this. It's perfect. You're provided with some instructions for assembly. Here is the packaging. You're going to pull this off the top. You see that nameplate's loose. Whee! Fell off. And here is Psittacosaurus. But before we look at this, they've given you a couple of hind legs. Here's the bottom. Look at that texture. Even on such a small hind leg, I went to all that trouble to put all that texture and the peg underneath for it to stand. Very cool stuff. Hey, guess what? We're gonna need that. Hang on. So they've also included a stand right here, Beast of the Mesozoic. Here is that gorgeous figure. I don't know how the articulation will be just yet because this is my first attempt to do any of it. But you can open up the mouth, like so. Open up that mouth. You can move the neck joint and rotate a little bit. Be super, super careful. Close the mouth. The head, barely, I wouldn't. And then this can go in very carefully though, out, forward, and back. And there's no wrist or elbow joint on here. Keep that in mind. Torso, eventually you should be able to move the torso some. The tail, I'm skipping back here. Down a little bit, up a little bit, side to side. Almost forgetting swivel as well. And then here are these back legs. Okay, I want to be very careful. That could have been a disaster. Actually, it might be. Is it? Nope, it's not. Whew, man, okay. So this leg is more tight. I'm gonna be real careful. This one, super, super loose. Almost feels like there's something wrong here, but I just don't know. I would just say be super careful. It's too early to tell if anything would be wrong. I would just not want to mess with that much. It looks to be, I don't know. Is that normal? I don't know. So it's a cool figure. Okay, you're gonna hold this. I'm just gonna pull. Come on. Good grief, that's in there. Come on. I'm not hurting the leg, it's already super loose. That leg is super loose, that's scary. I don't know. Okay. I'm pulling one leg out. I'm really, really nervous about the leg on this side. It's probably just the design of it. I'm probably just not used to. This one's super tight, but the other one had me nervous. Got it. Man alive. So when you do that, you've got this right here like this. Now I can put on with corresponding paint, by the way. I'm just starting to put that in. By the way, this is approximately, there it popped in. This is approximately 8 or 9 inches from the camera. So yeah. Now you see here, see how this is painted. And it looks like it would be, see how this yellow is like right there like that? That's the inside of the leg. And then this is more like, this is the outside of the leg. So that's how you can keep track of that. So you don't put the wrong leg on, which I found out is possible. There, it popped in. It popped in good. So now I have the standing pose for the Psittacosaurus. Boy, that leg though, scary. I mean, it's in there, but it makes me wonder, you know, I don't want to do anything too rash. I'd be worried that I would break it. So this is Psittacosaurus, and we've got a peg right here, so let's try that out. So far, this one is making me about the most nervous of all of them that I've reviewed, because this one seems to be a lot more fragile so far. Okay. And this leg, it's like out from the body. I wanted to squeeze them together more, but it wants to stay out like that. So I guess we'll just go with it. But there is this creature on the base, like that. Very small, very thin, very hard to keep the head in focus for a small figure like this. And trying to keep this, it's got darker colors, but looking on top, and it's hard to see with the light, I know, but that's what it looks like. This is not rubbery, it's just like a hard plastic. There's Psittacosaurus. Let's open up that jaw again. Can't wait to put this little guy with the big one together for pictures. That would be really nice. And I almost would have forgot, but the head can go side to side with the neck range pretty good with that as well. And so when you get done with the stand-up pose, you could just put these on again. It'd be the crouching pose. I guess, yeah, this would be the outside of the leg. So it'd be like the inside. See how there's more yellow all the way down and there's less yellow prominent on this side? That lets you know that this is the other outside of the leg. All right, so let's look at the Dromaeosaurus albertensis next. Slipping off the packaging. Beautiful artwork there. Right in the snow, all those feathers and stripes and things. Man, can you imagine you're walking out there and then this thing's coming at you? Crazy, huh? There's that information again on this one. Let's open it up. Gonna start to take it out of the bottom of the packaging. Like so. And then of course, this being a raptor, it's gonna have a different set of instructions on how to do things. Information about the stand and the base and the jumping pose information. Everything you need right there. The name tag's covering up some of the pieces. So I'm gonna take that off, move the name tag. And then there is all the stuff you get in there. 2 extra legs for jumping. This clear piece, and these clear pieces, which you have to be real careful not to lose these. So by now, if you watched my other reviews, you're starting to pick up a pattern. Here is the other feet. I'm not sure about something. Okay, this is cool. Look at that. I'm not sure is that claw supposed to be out to the side like that? I don't know. That was kind of cool. I'm not going to complain. I mean, gives it variation. You would expect that not to all be the same. Now here is a base. Here is the raptor itself. If you just want to sit it down like that on the base, you have to be super careful. You need to turn that that tail is totally needs to turn this way because the whole pattern and everything is the other on the other side. So for the underside to be right, I just really need to turn that, but I got to be careful doing it. So on your base, and we've gone over this before, but okay, I'm starting to get used to it. So you want to do something like that. Okay. And that allows for a raptor jumping pose. Before we do that, we're going to need to change these legs. So let's look at this creature. There's the jaw, articulation. I even painted it pink. And there it has the orange looking eyes with the black pupil. Very tiny little thing. Amazing how they're able to add all that small detail. Here is articulation right here in the hand. Okay, I can move this. Be very careful though. This is brand new. You don't want to break anything. Woo. So that makes me so nervous, but you can do that. Close the arm. Forward and back. With the whole arm itself, once this figure is broken from being articulated enough. but you don't want to push things. You'll find out real quick. So here's the top of that tail. No bendy wire, I wouldn't. You can go up a little, up quite a bit, down, and side to side. Here's underneath the figure. The leg can go back and forward, as well as articulation at the knee and swivel. But be very careful. I can't say it enough. The neck. You could also move the torso. See the torso forward and back and swivel. And the head can move a little bit, but I'm not going to do much because you will break this figure if you overly do everything. So I would not. Okay, so pull this leg out like that. Oh no, just kidding. So now you're going to put in this one. See, that was pretty straightforward. It just popped right in. And I could have done the other one, but I chose to do this one. So it's bracing off the ground with this and leaping forward in a strike mode with this foot with the killing claw on there. So that's what we did. And we're gonna try to look at that in coordination with this stand. So you can put it around the belly area. With enough force, you could get that up around there, but it probably cost paint, rub, and stuff, and I don't want to do that. Or you could put it underneath that part of the raptor. So the next part in this is to take this off. We've been through this. Pop it on like that, make a bridge. And again, slide the feet of this raptor underneath that bridge. I got it on there because it's propped up with my finger there, my other finger. But these toes are a little wide for going under that clip. So I'm kind of struggling with that. Perhaps I didn't give it enough pressure. Perhaps if I was braver, I could get it under there, but I'm more of a, I'm going to hold back because I don't want to break something kind of person. But that's what you would do to get this to stand on the stand like it's jumping. Also, if you barely get it in there and you're worried about it falling over, you could do a little trick like this where you put the feathers down, the tip of the arm with the feathers on it, and brace it so that it's leaning forward. It's not going to fall over since it's barely in the back of that stand right there. So this is Stormy Cloud 21. I want to thank you for watching this review. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. See more cool stuff coming up soon, as well as that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and talk soon.